Growing up in Fort Frances, Bill Selman was active in a variety of sports, but it was hockey where he would leave his mark. A member of the Fort Frances Muskies Northwestern football team, this multi-talented athlete developed his hockey skills playing in the minor leagues in the Fort. It was his defensive talents on the ice that caught the eye of the University of North Dakota, who selected him in the fall of 1959. Sitting out his first year, as was the rule at the time in U.S. college hockey, he joined the Fighting Sioux lineup in 1960, going on to spend the next 3 years serving with the team. Those first 2 years were a period of rebuilding, and by 1963, the team made its presence known. Tying for first place in the WCHA, North Dakota qualified for the NCAA Finals, defeating the Denver University Pioneers 6-5, claiming the Division I title. At the conclusion of the season, Coach Barry Thornycraft suggested to the education major that he should consider staying on to work on his MA and serve as his graduate assistant, marking the beginning of what would be a close to 30-year coaching career. After a couple of years, fellow Fort Frances native and Hall of Famer Bob Peters took over the coaching duties, moving Bill into the assistant position. When Peters left for Bemidji State, the head coaching job was offered to Bill, who took over the reins in 1966. Under his leadership, he took the team to the NCAA Final Four 2 years in a row, finishing up in the runner-up spot in 1968 in a final against Denver. His coaching talents earned him the 1967 WCHA Coach of the Year award. During his time as coach, 3 captains all shared a common bond with him, with John Gasparini, Terry Ogden, and Mike Furlong all hailing from Northwestern Ontario. Next up were the University of Minnesota Duluth Bulldogs, who Bill guided for 2 seasons, and in 1970, when St. Louis University decided to revive its hockey program, it offered Bill the opportunity to become the first and, as it would turn out, the only coach for that school team. Within just 3 years of starting the program, he led St. Louis to the top 10 in the nation and to 3 straight CCHA tournament titles between 1974 and 76. During his time at St. Louis, he also amassed the most wins in NCAA Division I hockey from 1972 to 78, compiling a coaching record of 188, 117, and 13, and earned the 1975 CCHA Coach of the Year honors. In addition to his coaching talents, he was also instrumental in the formation of the Central Collegiate Hockey Association, serving as one of the founders when it began in 1971. When St. Louis withdrew from the college hockey program, Bill moved into the professional ranks for a while, serving behind the bench with Dayton in the International League and spending some time in the NHL Central Scouting. Following a season back in college hockey, serving as head coach at Lake Superior State in 1981, he then turned his attention to another aspect of sports management. In 1981, he joined the staff of Anheuser-Busch, where he went on to become the manager of professional sports and sports marketing. Throughout his 20-year career with the company, he was involved in a number of sports, including its NASCAR program, which saw its sponsorship a number of cars, the promotion of boxing events, including some pretty classic moments, and the promotion of hockey with the NHL and U.S. Hockey. In addition to his college hockey's coaching and sports promotion, he also contributed to the development of the sport through his involvement with USA Hockey as a coach and advisor. In 1980, he was involved in the selection process for the U.S. Olympic men's team, which became known as the Miracle on Ice. In 1982, he served on the coaching staff of the U.S. men's team at the 1982 World Hockey Championships in Finland. For his many contributions to the game, he has received many honors, including induction into both the North Dakota and St. Louis University Halls of Fame, being named the 1998 John McInnes Award recipient from the American Hockey Coaches Association, and recognition from USA Hockey for his contributions to sport. This dedicated sports administrator and promoter still remains active in the game of hockey, serving as a member of the Marketing Council of USA Hockey, marking a lifetime of involvement in world of sports that all began back in his hometown of Fort Frances over a half-century ago.